Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to be telling you a story today. So if you see me looking down and not really at you guys, it's because I'm reading, and this kind of has a lot of emotions. Some of you out there who have clicked on this might relate to this story. I know a lot of you can't, and you have no idea how I'm feeling right now. But my story starts in October of 2017. I decided it would be fun to take an Ancestry.com DNA test. I have always wondered what my results would be. I waited a week for my test to arrive, and I took it right away. I waited another 6 weeks, checking my email like crazy out of excitement. At last, I received an email saying my results were ready, and I checked it out. It seemed pretty normal. It told me I was so much Irish, English, Italian, African, and so on. I thought nothing of it and shared my results with my mom, sister, and father, and they had the similar reactions. This is cool. Ancestry also told you who your family is. It says, hey, we found some DNA relatives. Do you want to take a look and start building your family tree? So I took a closer look and didn't see any familiar names. I just brushed it off, thinking and knowing my close family haven't taken DNA tests at all, or they didn't take one from this site. At some point, my sister mentioned that she wanted to take one of these tests for shits and giggles, but to mainly know a question that she's always wondered: if our father was her biological father. When my sister was 15 and I was 18, our parents were going through a divorce, and our mother, out of anger, told my sister our father wasn't her father because my sister wanted to go and live with our dad, and I was going with my mother. So she was pretty upset about this and told my sister that. And so my sister's always had this on the back of her mind for the last 15, 16 years because I'm pretty pale white and my sister's really deeply tanned or olive skin. She's just very dark complexioned. So I decided to purchase her one of these DNA tests for Christmas. I started shopping around for the best holiday deal and saw that 23andMe was doing a 2-for-1 special, and I thought, this is great. I can compare the results and share them with you guys and let you know, like, how accurate I think it is. Because I'm sure you've heard stories of people being like, oh, I'm 100% Italian. I got my test and I'm like 25% Italian. This is cockamamie. Because a lot of people don't really keep track. They hear one thing, be like, oh, my family was from Italy, so I must be Italian. Maybe your family came from Greece and settled in Italy. You never know. So, for Christmas, I gave my sister the test, and she was really happy about it. And my sister left the room, and my mother made a comment being like, I hope this shuts her up now. And I let it slide because I know what this means, because my sister's always brought this up to my mom, and my mom's been like, your dad is your dad, blah, 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 blah. So, I get home from Christmas at my mom's, and I take my test right away, and I put it in the mailbox for whenever the mailman will arrive. I didn't receive the results for some time, and I assumed it was just really busy from people getting these tests for Christmas, because I guess it was one of the number one sellers this year was getting a DNA test. When I finally received my results, it was less than a 1% difference in Ancestry, so, it said I was like 43% Irish, 2% Sub-Saharan African, 1% Ashkenazi Jewish, very little Italian, and so on and so on. So, I was pretty pleased with the results. So my sister, she didn't take her test right away. She kept forgetting, so that really pissed me off, because DNA tests are pretty expensive. And finally she did take it in April, and she didn't get it back until May 7th. And it wasn't good news. It said we were half sisters. So our hearts were broke, and we were like, instantly I'm thinking it's my sister because she's darker than me. My mother's pale white. My dad, he's pretty white, but I mean, he can tan in the summertime. But so we decided to take a look at each other's tests and at the relatives in common. And out of the 1,054 DNA relatives I had on my page, only 70 matched with my sister. So that wasn't a good sign. We decided to look into the names to see who matched with who, and we couldn't find a member on 23andMe that matched my sister to a Sanks relative, and we couldn't find one that matched to me also. And that's when I remember I had an Ancestry. So I logged on, I looked at my matches, and I still couldn't find a match to my father's side to me. So that's when I reached out to family members that I knew took this for Christmas time, and I still wasn't a match to them. So I kind of started to panic, being like, holy shit, my dad's not my dad. I was flooded with like a whole lot of feelings I didn't know how to feel at the time, because what are the odds that my sister and me are both not my father's biological children? So I calmed down, and I ordered my father a test from 23andMe, since my sister and I are both on there. And the next day, I went to my mom and my sister's house, and I brought my aunt with. She is my mother's sister, and we explained to her what we believed was going on. And for about the first hour, she was in denial and kind of yelling, being like, this test isn't true, take another one. And we explained to her that we ordered our dad one, so in about 6 weeks, we'll get the results. And, she started talking about like a dog. People have tested a dog and it came back with human DNA, so these tests are all, phooey, but DNA doesn't lie. I mean, I know that these are tests that are done for fun, but they don't lie. So about after an hour, she says she's sorry and some other things. And while I'm waiting for my dad's test to arrive, my sister finds out that you can take your raw DNA from 23andMe and Ancestry.com, and you can put it on their site for free. And you can, they'll link you to other DNA relatives, because we know that one of my father's brothers is on that site. My results came back within 2 days. My sister's still, they're not here today, and it's June 8th, so I don't know what happened there, but I wasn't a match to my uncle, so I became even more upset. My dad's test, it soon arrived, and he took it, and he mailed it back the very same day. His results came back within 2 weeks. It was a lot faster than we thought, because it says it usually takes 4 to 6. So on May 17th, 2018, my whole world changed. It said my sister was his child, but I was not. They couldn't find a single DNA match for me. This doesn't change how I feel about my dad. I love him no matter what. He's the man that has been there since I was born. He's been here for me for 23 years. I'm just upset. I'm sad. I'm upset that, like, I didn't know this. That possibly my mom knew this. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. I'm sad for my dad, because I can't imagine what it feels like to raise someone for 33 years and find out that they're not your blood. I mean, he loves me no matter what, too, he says, but, so I kind of wanted to let you guys know what's been going on with me a lot lately. This is why I haven't really been myself on social media, why I haven't been doing a lot of videos. I mean, it's not stress of, my wedding's in 15 days. So it's not really the stress of that, it's the stress of this. So when I find out more of what is going on, I'll let you guys know, because maybe some of you haven't clicked off of this video yet because you're interested and you truly care about what's going on. But, yeah, so as soon as I find out, who my biological father is and what I decide to do with the information, I'll let you guys know. Until then,